This is Earth, and here is the Amazon. Though it may look small against the rest of the planet, it is vital for life due to its role in the water cycle and climate. We will discuss this and how animal life helps us understand the importance of protecting the connections between the Andes Mountains. The Amazon and the Atlantic. The jungle is often called the lungs of the world, as it exchanges oxygen and carbon dioxide with our atmosphere, which of course is crucial for all of us to breathe. But the jungle does more. Without it, much of South America would be a desert. But why? Let's start by noting that water is mostly stored in the oceans. Though solar heat evaporates it, sending it upward, wind must push that vapor toward the land. Otherwise, water wouldn't reach the continents, vegetation would die, and vast areas would dry out. The Amazon helps by enhancing the function of the trade winds. The Amazon attracts air and retains groundwater. This fascinating hypothesis claims forests generate winds because tree transpiration creates vapor that condenses. As it cools, condensation lowers air pressure, creating a vacuum that pulls air from the ocean inland. This process, multiplied by 600 billion trees, creates strong, humid winds, like flying rivers from the Atlantic, creating the clouds and rain that hydrate the continent. Now, on the continent, we find the Andes. They receive the water, hold it in their vegetation, and distribute it through rivers that carry water back to the ocean, restarting the cycle. That covers the water cycle. Now, regarding temperature, we know carbon dioxide acts as a barrier that traps heat on Earth. This is the greenhouse effect. Trees counteract this by absorbing atmospheric carbon dioxide through photosynthesis. Through this process, aided by underground deposits, the Amazon removes over 1 trillion tons of gas yearly, slowing global warming, which is a result of our excessive greenhouse gas emissions. There's another way. The Amazon regulates temperature by creating clouds. It turns out clouds, especially the white ones, reflect sunlight, preventing it from reaching the ground and heating us up too much. The thick rainforest stores vast amounts of water in its roots, so evaporation and plant transpiration generate 7 times more vapor than the ocean, which means many more clouds that reflect more sunlight. In short, regulating oxygen and carbon dioxide, keeping temperatures stable and fueling the water cycle. By creating winds and keeping water in the ground are functions the Amazon performs in tandem with the Atlantic Ocean and the mountain ranges. However, we still lack the full picture. What are we missing? Animal life. We have all heard, for example, about the importance of birds for the dispersal of tree seeds. But every animal, plant, insect, even fungi and minerals all play an important role in Earth's physical, chemical, and biological processes. Because looking at it from a broader perspective, the Earth is one single system, a self-regulating organism. Every being that lives on Earth is therefore part of this big planetary organism, so the resilience of the whole depends on the participation of each one. Animals make a notable contribution with their movement and metabolism. But one particular animal is capable of transforming Earth in unprecedented ways. Humans and Earth. The world is inhabited by various cultures with diverse customs and beliefs. Amazonian natives, as well as Western society, are human groups that, like all of us, are part of this big planetary organism. But these two groups' customs and beliefs imply very different relationships between them and the rest of nature. What kind of relationships have they had with the Amazon? Let's start with the indigenous peoples. Although there are over 400 different cultures in the jungle, they all share a common way of relating to nature. In their thought and practice, they become one with the air, the water, the vegetation, and the animals. They acknowledge that their lives are interdependent with the jungle. acting as the forest partners through thousands of years of history. Between the Amazon and the indigenous peoples, life has been completely sustainable in all its diversity. It would be a mistake to assume they managed this by simply avoiding any change to nature. Evidence shows 1/10 of the Amazon highlands was once fertile land, developed for human use. We also know they influenced the selection of various species for both ritual and culinary needs. After all, millions lived in the forest. How did they achieve such balance through their knowledge? Indigenous education prepares people to live in harmony with their natural and social surroundings. It teaches respect for cosmic guardians. This leads them to use resources wisely, understanding that consumption affects the flow and energy distribution within the global system. Consequently, their practices align with these ideas, seeking to preserve the balance their actions touch. For example, Amazonian natives would resettle every 20 years to allow nature to fully regenerate. What about Westerners? Their relationship differs. Instead of feeling part of a whole, Westerners have viewed themselves as isolated from the rest. In their cultural development, they often create a sharp dichotomy between nature and society. They constantly draw from nature for raw materials to build and sustain their urban spaces. Thus, the Amazon served as a source of wood and oil, often seen as an obstacle to livestock farming. These are two processes that end up destroying the balance between the forest and its creatures. It has been, in short, an incomplete understanding of natural balance with dire consequences for life. Only now have Westerners begun to realize the importance of sustainable growth for their civilization. For that reason, we have started a major worldwide ecological discussion. Today, we must say that a vital step towards sustainability is ensuring the preservation of the Amazon, its connection to the mountains and the ocean, because this ecosystem is not just a collection of trees and rivers, it is far more than that. The forest, ocean, and mountains must be an ecological continuum for the flow of energy and information. This entails the flow of water and air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, chemicals, minerals, as well as genetic information and cultural practices. All these elements together ensure the diversity that brings greater resilience to the entire system. The work done so far is vital. A large part of the territory needing integration into sustainable models has already been protected. Governments have worked to establish protected areas and recognize indigenous lands. However, some regions still require protection to ensure full ecological connectivity. This connectivity will strengthen environmental services, planetary resilience, and climate stability. It also offers us a chance to join forces with indigenous peoples to rethink our relationship with the Earth. How can we best relate to it? What defines our true wealth? What does our future depend on? This is an opportunity to inspire leaders and citizens to seek answers together and make the right choices as part of one global system, our planet Earth.